Well, hey there guys, Tom here. Welcome back to my movie channel and thank you very much for joining me for this, my review of the brand new film, The Girl in the Spider's Web. But before we get into today's review, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell so that you never miss out on my take on all things movies. So The Girl in the Spider's Web is the fourth film in this series. It's kind of a reboot because we've had a different actress in the lead playing the same character in each movie. We had Naomi Rapace in the first two, we had Rooney Mara in the next one, and for this one we have Claire Foy. So I'm going to get into some of the things that I liked about this movie and then some things I didn't like about the movie. So we're going to start with the very few things that I enjoyed about The Girl in the Spider's Web. So the first thing I liked about this movie is Claire Foy. Claire Foy is a really talented actress. Obviously, she was just in First Man with Ryan Gosling. She was amazing in that film, and I wouldn't be surprised if she earns herself a Best Supporting Actress nomination for that movie. In this film, while she does give a decent performance considering the amount that she was given to work with, I found her character very uninteresting, and I couldn't get invested in her, and that's such a shame considering she is such a good actress. The main character of a movie is the character that you should be invested in the most throughout, and I just wasn't. Her character, for the most part, just stares at computer screens and frowns at computer screens, and yes, she does kick some ass, but other than that, there's really not much to her character. And no, I haven't read any of the books. I'm just going off what I've seen in this film. Now, throughout the first act and through part of the second act, there is some good tension build up and there is some good intrigue going on. And for a while there, I was actually pretty interested in this film. The problem is at a certain point, the film just gets way too ahead of itself and just gets really convoluted. And it was really difficult to sort of figure out, okay, what's going on in any particular scene. There were some scenes in the film that I had no idea what the hell was going on. But while the film is a little convoluted and there are a lot of things happening at once and it's very hard to keep track of everything, I think the biggest glaring weakness in this movie is its just unwillingness to do anything different with the villains of the film, because their plot in this movie is completely generic. Really, we're going back to this again, and I'm not going to give away what the villain's plan is in this movie, but it's so super generic, and we've seen it 1,000 times before, but we've seen it also done 1,000 times better. When I was coming out of the movie with my friend, I turned around and I said, that's what this movie felt like. It felt like a surface level Netflix movie. It is a movie that plays it very safe, and it doesn't really try to do anything too different. Now, I won't give away who the main villain of the movie is. That is a little bit of a spoiler, but I will say that the main villain of the film, or the main antagonist is probably a better word to use, this person really suffers from plot-induced stupidity. Earlier on in the film, this character makes a choice, and then at the end of the film blames everybody else for that choice that this character made. And that, to me, is just the height of plot-induced stupidity. It was like, really? The character's that dumb? Also, there is another character in the film. This character is a journalist, and his whole role in the movie is completely and utterly useless. He serves no purpose in the movie. He does nothing in the movie. Why he's even there, I don't know. Whether he is a relevant character in the books, I don't know. I haven't read the books. But in this movie, the character is just completely and utterly useless and does nothing to push the story or drive the story forward in the slightest. This is another film for me this year that just had no substance, and you need substance to really understand characters and story, and for your story to move along, and for me to be invested in the movie. And I couldn't get invested in Girl in the Spider's Web. Yes, there is some good action in the third act of the film. There's a sequence that I quite enjoyed in the third act, but otherwise, aside from that, and a great, terrific lead in Claire Foy, who gave as good of a performance as she could have with the character that she was given, I found Girl in the Spider's Web very, very disappointing. I'm not going to say it's a completely garbage movie. It's a movie that you can watch and get some enjoyment out of it. As I said, it's very surface level. This film doesn't dig beyond the surface, which is fine if that's all you're looking for. But for me, I was going into this movie looking for something with a little bit more substance, and I was also going into this movie looking for a movie with a more action and more intrigue and more suspense and more tension, and this film just failed on those levels for me. So overall, I don't recommend going to see Girl in the Spider's Web. Wait for it to come out on Netflix or something like that and watch it there, or put it on the background or something. So that's my review of Girl in the Spider's Web, guys. I didn't enjoy this film. Thank you very much for watching this review, though. If you like this review and want to see more of my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell so that you never miss out on my take on all things movies. Thank you very much for watching once again. My name is Tom, and I will see you guys next time.